All right, season 2 of Last of Us just dropped. Now, I'll be honest with you, I really liked the first season. There's a lot of things I didn't like, but I did like the first season. It followed the game pretty closely. But the second game, I fucking hated so much, I couldn't play it. I couldn't play it. I was so afraid they're going to
Really?
go with the same story. For an example, the second game, play the second character. I'm not going to ruin it for anybody, and I will just kill myself over and over and over because how much I hated playing as this character and I hated the story. So when I heard they're coming out with season 2, my first fear is, oh Jesus, are they gonna follow that shitty ass story? And it looks from the first episode, it looks like yes, they are gonna follow that shitty ass story. Can they do it better than the game? Maybe. Because I'll be honest with you, as much as I wanted to hate the first episode or this season, I kind of liked the first episode. I did
Really?
like it, but I hated a lot of aspects about it. How what you said before, pushing
The message.
yeah, I don't know why they have to make Ellie was never you didn't never thought of her being gay in the first game, but they really pushed it here, right? Really, really pushed it.
Well, they laid the groundwork for that in the first season with her and her buddy in the mall.
Yeah, but she was never
Yeah,
the
you said the
game was
game, which
yeah,
I
and
know
it's just
nothing about the game because I've never played them. I'm not a gamer by any means, so
well, I mean, I did like the first episode of this season, but I do see where they're going with it, and I could see me doing the same things I did in the game, just fucking jumping off ship because it sucks so bad.
I'm opposite. I didn't like this episode compared to the last season. Ellie, they've changed her. She was immature in the first one, but she's even more arrogant and immature, even more immature in this episode.
She is, yeah. She's very annoying. She can be very, very annoying.
She's just not a good choice for the role. This
She really isn't. Like,
girl,
you know, the poor,
what's her name? Bella or something like that? I don't remember her name. She was great as a stoic in Game of Thrones because that's all she can do. Her face
yeah,
does not
yeah,
emote anything.
yeah. She was great in Game of Thrones, but she's not great in this.
No, because this character, this role needs her to actually act, and all she
Yeah,
can do is be stoic. That's the only thing
and
she can do convincingly.
we make stupid faces because that's all she it seems to be doing here. Making stupid faces, trying to be funny. Yeah, yeah. She was probably the one of the worst parts of the show.
She by far is the worst part of the show, which I thought it was fucking hilarious. I was like, for one, when he showed up, I was like, oh, dude, that's the guy from Rescue Me. That's the preacher. The
Oh yeah,
wasn't
yeah, yeah,
wasn't he
yeah,
the cousin or something?
yeah, yeah. He was. Yeah,
I
you
was like,
fucking
oh,
dykes.
hey, it's him. And then he's fucking dies. I was like, oh, well, we're not going to be seeing a whole lot of him.
No, no. Let me see how Joel just overly aggressively just shoves him down.
So, speaking of Joel, I have to ask, since I know nothing of the game, do they castrate him in the second one like they have in this first episode? Well, I've heard about his
There's no
outcome.
easy way to answer that.
Well, there is. Is he a pussy in the second one?
Technically, yes.
Okay. So they're following through, which I think is just horrible choice because
Yeah,
you
they
spent the
are.
whole season establishing, yeah, he's a badass. He wants to be a better person. But now he's just soft.
Yeah, and he's just soft, and that's kind of the whole point of season 2, I guess, is they want to show the other side of what Joel's actions was. Because at the beginning of this, we see that he lied to Ellie, then we
Yeah.
see all the dead fireflies, and we see Abby, the chick from Justified. That's where I know her from, anyways. Justified.
Mm.
She said, "I want to kill Joel," and that's the base of the second game and the second
And kill
season.
him slow. Yeah, man, this fungus, it is sure selective because it only lets the homely looking bitches live.
Yeah, I don't remember an affected person being able to do this in the second game, but then again, I didn't play long enough to, I guess, stick around and see. But I thought it was cool, this new affected one, because I remember whenever that scene pops up, whenever Ellie falls from the wall or from the floor, it's like, what the fuck was that? Because it looks like a little child. I thought it was pretty cool. I thought that was pretty neat.
this is where I had a big problem, and it's probably because they were trying to keep it in the game. She fell through the roof at a friggin' grocery store and then said that there's no way out. The doors are chained. Every grocery store I've ever fucking seen, the whole front is damn near windows.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
you see that because they're boarded up. Yank one of the boards down, use your fucking shotgun butt, and break it and go out. But yeah, that just made no sense. You can see all the boarded up fucking windows. Why not just bust one and go out?
Yeah. Yeah. Did you find that scene intense though? Because I was like, oh shit, this is pretty cool.
No, I found it annoying because that's all I could think the whole time.
That's all you can think about.
Yeah,
So-
once she fell through and said, "Oh, I can't get out," I was like, "Yes, you can, you idiot."
Well, I don't think she tried very hard to get out because she feels like she's in no danger whatsoever because since she's immune.
I know.
That's
and
her
this
whole attitude.
Fucking Mary Sue bullshit is gonna get on my nerves because it started right at the fucking beginning.
Yeah.
The first scene, well, the first new scene, because they start with the flashback of Joel lying to her in the end of the last season, is her fighting a dude and then just whooping his ass.
Yeah, come on now. Yeah. She does like a triangle on him and whoops his ass. Yeah. It was annoying.
And that's right there was the start of my eye rolls. I'm like, come on. You gotta choose better casting to make that halfway believable.
Yeah. Agreed.
Because she's not even a $105. I'd be surprised if she's over 100 pounds.
Yeah, and that dude was like 6'5", you know.
Yeah, he was stocky. I'm like, come on.
Yeah, it's like, I know. That's what I was thinking too.
It's so stupid. I don't know who's writing this shit, but right from the jump, I was kind of out because, there's a huge backlash going on right now because of shit like this.
Yeah, I agree. And I was very disappointed.
And they're just doubling down at the wrong time. That
doesn't
make
no sense.
Lick of sense to me, man.
I mean, as poorly as the second game was received, why they would follow this shit?
Is that why it was so hated?
Because one of the reasons. There's another really big reason, which I don't want to say.
Okay,
but
no, that's fine. Yeah,
when Ellie got bit, I thought I saw a piece of like the fungus thing in her skin moving around, but after I watched it again, like I'm not for sure if that's what that was or not. But she seems to be okay.
There was a piece there, but I don't understand why she cut it. I guess
she cut it
to mask it, to make it look like it was an injury. That's why she cut it and sewed it up.
Yeah, that's why she cut it. Yeah, exactly. Because if it looks like a bite, then she plans on fucking this chick. She just don't want her to see that she got bit. So,
well, how do you explain the one on your arm? Yeah, you covered it with a tattoo, but you can still see underneath.
Yeah, it was still pretty obvious. I'm like, I don't know. Yeah,
wasn't she bit 2 different times in the first season? Was it the same location both times? Was it just so happened to be that lucky?
I don't remember. I think she was bit twice, but I don't remember the same location or not. But with this new one, I have expected something else. And also whenever they're popping fireworks in the town, right? And the dude throws his little sparkler down and it gets over by the roots. I thought the shit was gonna catch fire because it's like dry as shit, right? And then you see the little fungus things move. I was like, oh, that's not gonna catch fire. Come on.
And that's because as soon as they showed the roots in there, you're thinking, okay, you better get rid of that shit because that's how this stuff spreads and communicates.
Yeah.
But they don't think of that. They didn't think to look at it to see what kind of roots they were. What? Come on.
Joe told them to rip them out, but I guess they didn't do it.
Well, they ripped them out. They end up getting turned.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
They're clay pipes. Just set fire to them, burn them in there, and then empty it. Anyways, Another example of where logic is gone.
Suspension of disbelief, sir.
I can't do that. I just can't. It has to be somewhat grounded in logic, and it's not. It's just because that's the thing is they tried to do it. They worked hard to give you that logic with how the fungus spread and everything. That they're aware of it. They know they need to do it, but now it's just like they don't give a fuck.
No, it's like my shit or else. Other than the main parts that we talked about, this episode ends with Abby. They're flying to fucking town, and they're like, "Oh yes, here he is."
Good.
And that's when I'm like, man, I fucking knew that's where they're going with this. I was so disappointed. But I watched the trailer for the next episodes, and I thought it looked pretty cool. The next episode's coming up.
Yeah, I haven't watched that yet, so I might go dig for it.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for coming back. This is season 2, episode 1 of Last of Us. Are they gonna ruin it like they did the fucking game? My bet is yes. But we'll soon find out.
They already have.
Well, one already have, and one saying to be continued. All right, guys. Peace out.